Hello everyone, welcome back to Creative Crafting. I am currently working on making a charm for my sister's book, for that mini album that I showed you in a previous video. I was trying to make the charm, and I was trying to use a jump ring on just the bead. Well, that's not how you do it. So I figured out how to do it. So I thought, I was looking all over the place on YouTube, and I couldn't actually find hardly any tutorials for that. There's people selling charms that they've made, but not actually showing how to make it. So I'm going to show how to make it. Show what I learned. Obviously, I'm not a professional. I don't know hardly anything about jewelry making, but I have beads and some charms and stuff that I want to put on my mini album. So that's what I'm going to do. So I started with this one. I just put this one together. Let's see. There you go. And that's just some beads that I had, and so we're going to go ahead and put one of these together, and but first I'm going to show you what else I'm going to put on it. So we're going to put this on there, and like I told you before in the other video, my sister likes skulls, so we're going to put this skull head on there, and then I'm going to put this little flower charm on there, and then I'm going to put a little seashell charm on there too, just something to have some metal on there. Alright, okay, so let's go ahead and make the charm. I'm gonna do mine with 3 beads. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I don't know that much about it. I just know how to put it basically together, and it's just for a gift for my sister's book. So alright, so first you're going to want to start with a pinhead. You can use one that's already turned at the top for you, or they have other pinheads that are just a pinhead like this. So you've got this one, and then you've got this one. This one makes your life a lot easier, but if you only have these, you can make this into this. So, but since we already have one, we don't have to do that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a pink bead, and then I'm going to feed it through on there, and then I'm going to put this. I'm going to use an oval shaped bead. It looks clear on camera, but it's not. It's a pale pink. And then I'm going to put a black bead on the end because her book is pink and black. And I'm just going to try to get this in the shot, but it's a pretty small bead, so it's kind of hard to see. And then there is our 3 beads right there. See? Okay, so now what we're going to do, and you are going to need some tools for this. I should have told you from the beginning. You're going to need some wire cutters. These are just the inexpensive brand at, it was like a 5 kit, I think, at Michael's. You'll need some round tip for turning the wire, and then you'll need some straight nose pliers. But to put the thing together, the charm, you will need 2 pairs of pliers just for using jump rings, and I'll show you what a jump ring is if you don't know what it is. So the first thing I'm going to do is let that fall, and then let's see, then I'm going to turn this, leave about 1/4 of an inch like that, and I'm going to turn it at 90 degrees. Okay, and then I'm going to snip this right here. I don't do it right up to the turn. I do it a little bit after that. Just helps me with my turning. Come on now. There we go. Snipped it right off. Well, not right off. It took a second, but that's alright too. Okay, and then we're going to take these round nose pliers right here, and you can see how, since we didn't cut it right at the turn, it left us with a little helper there. So you're just going to turn, and pull back and turn. And And then I just go ahead and take the regular pliers and just seal it up right there, and then it's closed. Okay, I hope that was on camera. But yeah, so now you've got a hoop on each side, and so now we've got 2 of these here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a jump ring on each end, and it doesn't matter which end you put it on. You can put it on this end or this end, because you can see it doesn't matter. It's going to hold regardless of which way you do it. So for those of you that don't know what a jump ring is, let's see, let's take some out of the package here. Hope I get this done in 15 minutes so I don't got to make a 2-part video. Alright, so here we go. This is a jump ring. It's just a circle that's been cut. A metal circle that's been cut. And you can buy these cheap in the Walmart jewelry section anywhere. Like, I think this little kit that I got was like $3 or something. It wasn't very expensive at all. So, alright, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to zoom in, hopefully. Okay. Oops. Get it in focus. Okay. Alright, and so there's our jump ring. Alright, so let's get this. There we go. Okay, so now this is our jump ring. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually put your pliers in one. I hope you can see this. In one, yeah, there we go. In one hand, and then get your other pliers. You can even use the round nose pliers for this too. All you're doing is you're going to open this up. You're just going to, you want to get the piece where it's parted, parted, and then open it up. And now it's open. Let's go back a little bit. There we go. And now it's open. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I like the big bead on the bottom, so because it's going to dangle. So you want it to dangle in the right place. So you're just going to dangle it on there, and then you're going to close them. And then look, you've got your own beaded charm. And then it's going to go on your charm bracelet. Just like that. So let's do another one. We're going to go ahead and do this one. And I will try to keep this in frame as much as possible. Okay? Alright, sorry about my hands. Let's see, where's the other jump ring? Hello, here we go. Try to take off on me. Okay, there's the jump ring. I'm going to put it in one hand of your pliers. Get your other pliers. And go in opposite directions. That's all you do. You're just going to go in opposite direction. And again, we're going to put the big one at the bottom, the big bead at the bottom, so it'll dangle properly. So you're just going to slip this on. Okay, we're just going to slip it on. And then we're going to close it. And there's our bead. There's our bead for our book. So now we got 2 beaded charms to put on our charm. Okay, so now we've got all of our charms ready. I might end up doing more than that. I think I might add this little heart here too. It's just laying on my desk, so we'll probably add that too. So I'm going to go ahead real quick and add a jump ring to it. And if you have any questions about any of it, you can message me, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that I can. I'm just learning myself, so I have made a couple of straight pin. I was in a hat pin swap, the first and only swap I've ever been in, and she made beautiful straight pins for me. Okay, just attaching the jump ring to the heart, and we're going to close it, and that's it. Just like that. Okay. Alright, now you're going to need some chain. Here's our chain right here. This is what I'm using. You can use thick chain, thin chain. It doesn't make a difference really. So what we're going to do is, and I'm going to use a claw clasp for this, and I will show you what a claw clasp is if you don't know. Okay, just a minute. Alright, this is a claw clasp. And that way you can hook it to the book wherever you want. And since I'm using a Zutter, there'll be metal wire, so I can just hang it right on that, and that's what I'm going to do. But on this, again, in this right here, you have to put a jump ring in there. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright. This one's already opened. It's from a charm, so I'm just going to go ahead and see. Oops, where are we at? Alright, right there. It's already open. I'm just going to slide this on. Oops, maybe. Slipped out of my hand here. I'll re-grab it. Sorry about the ink on my fingers. Yeah. So we're just going to slide it on the jump ring. And then we're going to close it. Just like this. And then make sure you go in too. Not just back and forth, but then go in to make sure you lock this really good. It's highly, this circle's big. This circle is big enough right here. Oops, get back in frame. Right here, that it's that little hole. This little hole right here is not going to allow this to come off. All right, so now we got that. Now we just need to get our chain. Just decide how much chain you want to use. I'm probably just going to do about probably about 5 inches. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your wire cutters again, and you're going to cut it right here. I just cut it right there. Hopefully you can see that. Cut. Let's make sure it cut. And remember, the thinner the wire, the easier it's going to be able to cut. So hopefully, there we go. Oh, and I do have one more charm I'm gonna use. I'll show you. It's big and I like it. Let me swing back out here and go back. Sorry, just a little bit. These I bought at Joann's in the bridal section. There's some that have holes in them and some that don't. I used a 50% coupon and a 25% off your total order. I bought these a few weeks ago. And you get 160 of these. And they're like big, blingy, plastic diamonds is what they are. And they have holes at the top. And again, you're going to put a jump ring in there. Alright, so we're at 13 minutes, so probably I'm going to put a jump ring in here, then have to do a second video on putting the charm together. So I'm going to add a jump ring to this, and this is going to sit at the bottom of the charm, so it's going to hold weight, and you'll see it's going to look, if it looks in my head the way I think it's going to, then we're going to have a really nice charm here. So let's go ahead and put a jump ring in here. Alright, so we're just going to, again, open it. Open the jump ring. I like to see everything, so I'll even watch it 4 or 5 times, so it doesn't bother me at all. But if it bothers you, just fast forward. And then we're just going to pop this through here. Now I'm hoping we can just use a jump ring and not, yeah, we can. The hole's big enough. Some things you have to use the straight pin and make your own, like we did with the beads. But this one, we're not going to have to. So we're going to, let's see if you can see this better. Let's see. All right, let me get in frame. Of course, my jump ring came out. And you go through jump rings quite a bit when you're making stuff. So just be aware of that. Buy a bunch, because sometimes they get damaged when you're using them and all that good stuff. So alright, I'm hoping you can see this and it's not too crazy out of focus, so I'm going to just put it back together like we did all the other ones. And then this, I might even add an extra jump ring to this ring. Alright, so let's just close this up. And like I said, obviously I'm not a jewelry maker, so this is not going to be perfect as for a charm for a scrapbook. So I'm not too crazy worried about it. But I think if we want this to hang right, we're gonna have to put another jump ring on there so it'll hang right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna open this really quick. Open the jump ring again. We're over time. Shoot. I have to cut something. Alright, so then you just add another one. And then that way, yeah, that way it'll dangle. And if you want more videos like this, just let me know. And I'll be more than happy to do another video so you can see how to do it. And we can use other beads and stuff like that. So, yeah, there we go. There is our charm. Our large charm for the end of the charm to go on the book. So, alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes and just go over to part 2 and you can watch how to put it together. Okay? Bye.